just hanging out today at the river and collected these currants. We got about 2 cups and went home and made some scones. So I just wanted to share our adventure with you guys. I hope you enjoy the video.
Can you see that's a crawdad? Look at that, it's eating.
Yeah, the other one had bigger claws.
We're gonna try to catch it. Come on, Mom, you gotta catch it. Where the heck did it go? Where'd it go? Oh, right there! Right there, right there, right there! Oh, right there, you see it?
I don't see it.
You see it moving?
Oh yeah. Here is a quick look at what the bush looks like that the currants come off of. They're also called gooseberries, and the leaf is a little bit like fan shaped, I suppose, and the berries, when you squish them, they have a lot of little seeds inside of them. And this is what they look like. They come in different colors, sometimes red, orange. I've seen a big black one. And here's what some better pictures of what they look like for you guys so that you guys can see. They grow all around. We live in the high desert and it is a very arid climate. And these bushes, even though we are by the river today, they grow even in the middle of the trails. So even in the dusty areas, I will find them. So when you're on, a hike or something like that and you come across a bush like this, they're a nice little snack to have. They are high in vitamin C, and yes, they can be eaten raw. And here's our currants that we got. I would say that's a couple of cups. I would say that's about at least a pound. I mean, probably more, probably like 2 pounds. Oh yeah, a couple pounds.
It's already dirty.
Yeah, fine. And yeah, it's pretty good, pretty heavy. Say like 3 cups maybe. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. Maybe like scones or bread or something. I'm not really sure. We were gonna make a pie, but I don't think that's enough for a pie. So we'll see. So here are our currants. I've washed them already. And I would say this is about 2 cups from our hike. So let's go make our scones. So we caught about 3 crawdads and they ended up having parasites, which you can clean them and cook them still, but we didn't want to do all that. And so the kids just had fun playing with them. So we are starting out with 2 cups. We're going to double this recipe. So 1 recipe, 2 cups of flour will make 8 scones. So each cup generally gives you like 4 pastries. So that's about 2 cups of flour, and to that I'm going to add half a cup of sugar, and I'll just put that in there. And I forgot to add 4 cups of flour, and I also have to double my sugar. The next thing we're going to add is 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And we're also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna stir this up. And I'm gonna double those because I doubled my flour. And then the nice thing about this recipe, it is very much like biscuits. And then to this, we're gonna be adding 2 sticks of butter. So what I do, just like my biscuits, is I add regular butter and then I freeze my biscuits and scones before we bake them. Adding our second stick of butter. Try to grab it off. It's stuck. Nice. And then I always save these wrappers to smear onto our dish, usually. And so this one we'll use to put onto the top of the scones. And we're just gonna work this in. And then once it gets to the point of being like fine crumbs, like kind of like sandy, then that's when we will add our egg and milk. We just want to make sure that we get this really well mixed right now while it's still dry, because we don't want to overmix it once we have our liquids in there, or else we'll have a tough cookie. We're gonna put, now that our flour is nice and sandy and crumbly like this, now we can add our eggs in the middle as well as some milk.
Mommy, if I brush my teeth, then can I have a lollipop? Mommy,
Yo.
if I brush my teeth, can I have a lollipop?
Okay, go ahead and break those up. We'll talk about it. So we're gonna mix those up and we'll add some milk. And again, we're not gonna wanna knead this dough too much. We're just gonna wanna make sure everything gets wet. Once it starts coming into a clump, so just mix it up and mix it up. Oh, so this should take about 2 cups of milk.
But if you still need a little more than that.
Yes, we still need more. Smells good, yeah? So right here you can see she's not really kneading it. She's just kind of scooping it and making sure that everything is wet. And that there's no dry pockets of flour. Perfect. All right, that looks pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and start putting our dough onto the counter and we will start shaping it. So now that we've floured our surface, put the scone mixture onto the flour and we'll just flatten it out, just like we're doing biscuits. Okay, so now she's patting it and flattening it down. And if it's sticky, you can add more flour on there. And then when it's flat like that, then you can fold it over on itself. If you want to use that scraper too, you can.
It's fine, I guess.
Nice.
Do you make double the batch?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we'll fold it again like this. Fold it on itself again.
Okay, like that?
Yep, perfect. And we'll just keep doing that. All the sides can do that. Now, before we forget again, we're gonna add our currants. And
can I grab another handful?
Yeah, as many as you want. You could use all of them. I would say that's about 2 cups, and so for each recipe, like this is a doubled recipe, so the stems, or I rinsed it off. A little bit of stems never hurt nobody. When we eat the berries off the tree, I mean off the shrub, we eat the stems, sort of sometimes.
No, we don't. I just pick them up.
Well, then, if you want to do all that work, I don't want to do all that work.
Is that good?
Yeah. Hopefully they'll bake and shrivel.
Okay.
Okay, so like kind of like spread it out. Like so.
And this is how, this is when you get messy. This is the messy part.
You could use that scraper too if you want to lift it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna lift it this way because I feel like this way.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh. You need flour?
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it. I think this way.
Perfect. Nice. It's recording already. Okay, so this is our progress so far. We've worked in all of our currants. Some people call them gooseberries, but I'm not sure what exactly the difference is, but I think they're currants. They're probably both names. Anyways, so we've worked these in and we are going to cut them now. Hopefully we can get 16 pastries out of this.
I'm gonna cut it like this. Is this good?
Perfect. You can put them onto the plate. So once you have your plate full, I'm gonna stick these in the freezer for about 15 minutes before we bake them. So after chilling these in the freezer for about 15 minutes, I preheated my oven to 425 and they're ready to go in for about 20 minutes. And here are our scones. I think we may have overworked the dough just a little bit, but they taste really good, nice and fluffy. It's kind of like a sweet biscuit. So I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us today and making these scones. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate all of the support. Thank you so much, you guys.